It was just after midnight on February 12, 2022, when the 999 emergency operator answered a call that would shake a community. The young man's voice was frantic, breath ragged and shaky. "They're trying to ram us off the road. I'm going to die," he gasped. The operator's calm voice tried to keep him focused, asking for location and details, but the line was filled with the terrifying sound of screeching tires and the thundering roar of engines closing in. "Please stay on the line," the operator urged, but seconds later, the line went dead, replaced by a deafening crash and an explosion. The night sky lit up with an orange inferno, swallowing 2 young lives in a blaze of tragedy. What followed was a complex and heartbreaking story of ambition, betrayal, and revenge. One that involved social media fame, family secrets, and a plan that went fatally wrong. Mahek Bukhari, a 22-year-old from Leicester, had become a well-known figure on TikTok and Instagram. With more than 120,000 followers, she was a rising influencer. Her videos showcased stylish fashion, makeup tutorials, trendy dances, and snippets of her seemingly perfect life. Her fans adored her relatable charm and confident persona. Often featured alongside her was her mother, Ansreen Bukhari, 45, who appeared as the loving, supportive parent and close friend. The two cultivated an image of warmth and unity, posting videos of shared laughter, celebratory moments, and heartfelt conversations. But behind this glossy facade, there was tension and darkness. The sparkling online world masked a family grappling with secrets that would soon unravel with devastating consequences. Ansreen Bukhari had lived a quiet life before Mahek's online fame, dedicated to her family and her marriage. However, the world of social media introduced her to new people and experiences. One such connection was with an 18-year-old man named Saqib Hussain. Their relationship began discreetly, but soon grew into a 3-year affair. Saqib was charming and attentive, providing Ansreen with a sense of excitement and escape from the routines of her life. Yet, as the relationship deepened, the risks increased. Ansreen struggled with guilt and fear, trying to keep the secret from Mahek and her husband. When she finally decided to end things in early 2022, she hoped to put the past behind her. But Saqib was not ready to let go. Feeling betrayed, he demanded financial compensation, claiming he had spent thousands supporting Ansreen during their time together. When she refused, he threatened to expose the affair publicly, sending explicit photos and videos to her family and friends. This blackmail was terrifying for Ansreen. The possibility of scandal threatened to ruin the family's reputation and shatter Mahek's burgeoning career. Desperate and scared, Ansreen confided in Mahek. For the first time, the daughter saw a side of her mother she had never known, a woman cornered by secrets and threats. Together, Mahek and Ansreen hatched a plan to confront Saqib and retrieve the compromising material before it could destroy them. The meeting place was arranged, a Tesco car park in Hamilton, Leicester, on the night of February 11, 2022. They did not come alone. Several friends and acquaintances joined them, including Natasha Akar, who lent her blue Seat Leon, and 2 men, Rick and Karwan, who arrived in a sleek gray Audi TT. 8 people in total gathered that night, some wearing balaclavas and others armed. Their goal was intimidation, to scare Saqib into handing over the damaging evidence and end the blackmail for good. When Saqib arrived with his cousin and close friend, Hashim Ijazuddin, a 21-year-old university student known for his kind heart, the scene quickly turned hostile. The two pulled into the car park, only to be confronted by the masked group. Fearing for their safety, Hashim immediately reversed the car, trying to escape the trap. Saqib, desperate and terrified, dialed 999, reporting the attack and the attempt to force them off the road. This confrontation escalated rapidly into a dangerous high-speed chase through Leicester's streets. The Audi TT and Seat Leon roared after the silver Skoda Fabia carrying Saqib and Hashim, engines howling as speed soared toward 100 miles per hour. Sirens wailed faintly in the distance, but the attackers were relentless. Saqib's voice, caught on the emergency call, was filled with dread and disbelief. "They're trying to kill me. They're ramming us off the road," he cried out. Inside the Skoda, panic overtook the young men. The roads blurred past as they fought to survive an assault they never anticipated. At the Six Hills Junction on the A46, tragedy struck. The Audi driver rammed the Skoda so violently it spun out of control, crashing into a tree with a force that shattered the car's frame. The impact ruptured the fuel tank, igniting a massive fire that engulfed the vehicle within moments. Both Saqib and Hashim were trapped, unable to escape the burning wreckage. The attackers sped away, leaving behind a scene of devastation and grief. Police arrived swiftly, treating the crash as a deliberate act rather than an accident. Investigators pieced together the events from CCTV footage, eyewitness reports, and the chilling 999 call. Digital evidence revealed the coordination behind the attack. Phone records, text messages, and social media activity traced the movements of the group and identified several participants. The shocking involvement of Mahek and Ansreen Bukhari made headlines, exposing a dark intersection of social media fame and real-world violence. Both Mahek and Ansreen were arrested and questioned. Initially, they denied being in Leicester that night, claiming they were elsewhere. However, phone data and surveillance footage contradicted their stories. Under mounting evidence, Mahek admitted to being at the car park but insisted she never intended harm, only to intimidate Saqib and retrieve the compromising material. The other participants faced varying charges, but the investigation focused on those behind the wheel during the fatal collision. Leicester Crown Court convened to hear the case, which captured national attention. The trial lasted 3 months, examining the intertwined stories of love, deceit, and deadly decisions. Prosecutors laid out the sequence of events, painting a picture of premeditated violence fueled by fear and revenge. They played Saqib's final 999 call, a haunting testament to a desperate cry for help. Mahek testified, admitting to misleading police but denying any role in causing the deaths. Her lawyer argued the plan was only to recover the blackmail material, not to murder. Despite her testimony, the evidence of the attack's violent nature and the presence of weapons left little doubt of her complicity. After hours of deliberation, the jury found Mahek and Ansreen guilty of murder. The men who drove the vehicles responsible for the crash were also convicted. Judge Timothy Spencer Casey condemned the reckless pursuit of online fame that contributed to the tragedy and handed down life sentences with substantial minimum terms: 31 years and 8 months for Mahek, and 26 years and 9 months for Ansreen. Victim impact statements brought the courtroom to tears. Hashim's father spoke of an unfillable void, describing his son as kind, generous, and full of promise. Family and friends of Saqib and Hashim mourned 2 young lives cut short, caught in a violent conflict born of fear and deception. The case ignited debate about the perilous pursuit of online perfection and validation. Experts warned of the dangers in blurring the lines between virtual personas and real-life consequences. Mahek's downfall became a cautionary tale, a reminder that beneath the glitter of social media lies a fragile, often vulnerable human reality. The tragic deaths of Saqib Hussain and Hashim Ijazuddin underline a bitter truth. Social media's shine can mask profound pain and lead to devastating choices. Mahek and Ansreen Bukhari's story reveals how fear, secrecy, and the hunger for fame can destroy lives. As we remember Saqib and Hashim, we must also reflect on the true cost of chasing an illusion, and honor their memory by striving for honesty, empathy, and justice in both virtual and real worlds. That is it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think of today's video, and I will see you next time.